spoken. All right, how is everyone? I can imagine some of y'all are pretty bored. I can imagine some of you have run out of recipes. I'm getting there, but I'm not there yet. So for this week's episode of Wild Women Wet Shaving, I decided to shave my armpits. So let's shave our armpits. Before this video gets really going, go ahead and like the video, go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and hit the bell so you get notified when I have new videos out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get right into this. Last week, I used the Haslinger shaving soap, and I wasn't super successful with it. So this week, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna put it back in the bowl. I'm gonna lather up and I'm gonna shave. Instead of using the boar bristle brush this week, I used my Fendrihan synthetic, and glad I did. This shaving brush comes out to play every time. So if you need a shaving brush that's, I think they're $12 on Fendrihan. If you need a shaving brush, get it. Just get it. Just go ahead and buy it. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. Get it. Next, aftershave balm. This one is from Fine Scottish Shaving Company. The Scottish Fine Soap Company. I always get the names wrong. So many companies. This is the thistle and black pepper. It smells amazing. It feels nice. And because it's lotion-y based, it goes onto my skin and makes it feel very supple and sexy. Safety razor was my West Coast Shaving 84M. There are no words to describe this razor. It shaves amazingly well. It's well weighted. Don't hesitate. If you have someone to buy this shaver for, put it in your basket and click checkout. Bolzano razor blades. For those of you that I have turned on to these razor blades, you're welcome. If you are a regular wet shaver, you can get a package of these or anything that you love in extreme numbers and extreme amounts on Amazon.com or .ca. I'll make sure to put a link for most of these pieces down below so you can just go ahead and click and find them there. Let's get talking about the shave. For this week's shave, I really went all out to make a lather. Normally, I don't spend hours and hours and hours creating a lather because in some ways there's just so much soap and nowhere to put it. I can't do a 3-pass shave on my armpit. It would wreck it. So to have this much soap, this much surface, and this much need, whatever. But you were right. And I'm sorry that I didn't take more time last week to lather up because this week's lather up was exceptional. The shaving soap performed so incredibly well. Every lather up, every moment, every time it swirled in that bucket, it just got more frothy, more rich, more succulent, and I'm so glad I gave it another chance. Because you're probably bored and sitting at home, I think you should use as many soaps as possible. If you do a 3-pass shave, I want to see a 3-soap lather up. You've got time. You ain't going nowhere. You could be 3 hours late for work and ain't nobody checking for you. Nobody. So for those of you who are Wild Women Wet Shave fanatics, I'm so glad to have you with me. For this week, your challenge is to use 3 different soaps for 1 shave. Just because you A, have the time, B, you ain't going nowhere, and C, why not use up some of the soaps that you don't use on a regular basis or that sit at the bottom of your shave den and have yet to come to the surface. So that is my challenge to you. Thank you again so much for being a Wild Women Wet Shaver. I am so glad that my family is continuing to grow. It's so nice to have you with me. I approve of you being here. So please go ahead, like the video, go ahead, comment in the comment section. Tell me little trinkets on what's going on, how's your family doing, what are you cooking, what are you eating, share a recipe with me. Let's talk. So before I head out, thank you for watching another episode of Wild Women Wet Shaving. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you beautiful people next Thursday. I got nothing else to do. All right, bye.